Now in Hawaii, and the reason I can't say how big it is because it's coming in as we speak, and the period of the waves, so it's taking like several minutes for it to rise and then fall. What we have seen at Makapu'u on this island, initially it went up about a foot and then it dropped very rapidly 3 feet, and since that was real information, I figured I'd come out and tell you.
What about Kahului? Kahului is the big spot that you guys were worried about.
We haven't seen it there yet. That's a little bit delayed. Well, it should be coming in right now.
Okay.
But we see it. We see it Hanalei, Haleiwa, Makapu'u, and those are all of our real-time gauges. The others, yeah, we have to wait.
So the information that's coming in right now and the way that the water is rising, is this all what you're expecting?
Yes, pretty much. Typically, the first wave is not the largest. You know, having inconvenienced everybody by making them evacuate in the middle of the night, I was hoping the first wave might be a little bigger. But traditionally in Hawaii, it's not the first wave that's the biggest by a long shot. So we already have a meter, so 3.5 feet, say, from peak to trough at Makapu'u. And by now, and when I came out, it was still going down. I don't know what the limit's going to be. So the following waves, I'm sure, will be bigger. But it's actually happening right now.
So there might be some people that might jump the gun and say, well, nothing's happening right now. I'm looking outside. How long do you think it should take before we're able to give an all clear or anything else for that matter?
If these waves turn out to be big, the all clear may take 6 or 7 hours. If they don't get big, then we would be able to cancel earlier. And actually, we do not issue the all clear. We just cancel the warning. The all clear is up to the county to decide whether there's any danger.
Tell us a little bit more about how you're gathering this information. There are several tide gauges around the islands. Is that correct? And you're getting transmissions about every 15 seconds, and you're also paying attention to the cycles. Is that right?
Yes. We have 13 gauges all around the islands, and some of them transmit every 15 seconds, some of them transmit every couple of minutes, and we're able to watch. Basically, it's a float in a tube, and as water level rises and falls, the float goes up and down, and it gets relayed to us.
What are some of the spots? And I know you mentioned a couple of them, Haleiwa, Kahului. What are some of the major spots that you're most concerned about as you start to see this trend or the trends develop and the information come in?
Well, definitely Kahului and Hilo and Haleiwa. Actually, Kahului, Hilo, Haleiwa, and Hanalei, sort of the four bad bays. If you get a big tsunami anywhere, you get a big tsunami in all of them.
And my understanding too is that it's not just those bays. It's once it gets between the islands, there's additional energy that can be generated. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, the energy bounces back and forth between the islands, and so the tsunami eventually hits every shoreline, even the shorelines on the lee side of the island, away from the advancing tsunami.
When you look at the information that you have right now, how concerned are you?
Right now, I reserve judgment. The tsunami arrived about when we expected it should. I was expecting it to be a little bigger, but you know, give me 10 minutes, I'll come back out and I'll give you an update. Okay, and by then you may have heard something yourself.
Because I know you had said that it could possibly get up to 6 feet, possibly a little bit higher than that. But a lot of people at home might have the same Hollywood scenario of one big wave coming crashing in. Can you take us through, and a lot of people may be tuning in right now so they don't understand, but what can maybe a 3-foot wave or something smaller than that still do? What kind of damage can it wreak?
Well, a 3-foot wave, here we are at Ewa Beach, and the elevation right here is probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 feet. A 3-foot wave would flood the first couple of blocks in from the beach. It probably wouldn't knock the buildings down, but it would flood them. You know, everything on the ground would be, you know, basically destroyed by salt water. A 3-foot wave coming into a narrow channel can rise up into a vertical wall, and and that'll knock you down and beat you up and maybe drown you.
Can you talk about the data that you just got at Makapu? Have you ever seen before that significant drop from 1 to 3 feet, and what does that mean exactly?
Yeah, we saw the same thing from the Japan tsunami. Pretty much the same, and in fact the first wave also from the Japan tsunami was small. Typically tsunami waves in Hawaii, usually the first wave is not the biggest. Usually it's wave number 3 or number 4 that's the biggest.
So we saw that illustration that you handed out just a little while ago, and it's pretty alarming. How surprised are you, considering just the vast expanse of the ocean, that energy was coming straight towards us?
Well, I've been playing this game for a while, so I'm not very surprised. Basically, there is nothing between Canada and us that would scatter the energy. So once the beam is formed, it just basically points at us.
Do we have an update here?
Do you have an update? Okay.
As Gerard Price.
Well, as you can see, and Tammy, you got to come back in here because you're probably going to go rush in, but as you can see, the information's still coming in, and more importantly, it's that second or third wave that could be the most damaging, right?
Definitely, and they had mentioned before that it takes about 20 minutes for them to even measure and take a look at the patterns in the data, so we'll be keeping you guys posted.
Well, we were very lucky that Gerard even could come out for a few seconds to chat with us. So you're going to head back in, get us more up to date, but again, this process is not over, right?
Definitely.
All right, so we'll head back to the studio. As soon as we get another update, we'll update you live at here. Back to you.